Emily was living happily in her big house with her husband. Life was perfect, full of love, laughter, and luxury, until one fateful morning. That day, Emily and her husband were taking a stroll on their terrace, enjoying the fresh air. But then, out of nowhere, Emily let out a monstrous fart. Poo! Pit! Pit! Poo! So powerful that it sent shockwaves through the air. The blast was so intense that her poor husband lost his balance and flew off the terrace, crashing to his death. Just like that, Emily became a widow. Her life took a downward spiral. With no family or friends, loneliness consumed her. On top of that, money started running out. In desperation, she went to the bank to withdraw money from her deceased husband's account, only to discover he had taken out a huge loan. Now, she was responsible for repaying it. Emily was devastated. As she walked home lost in thought, a gang of 3 to 4 creepy men started harassing her on the street. She managed to escape and ran into a restaurant where she stumbled upon a newspaper ad about renting out houses. That's it, she thought. I'll rent out my house and make money. Emily's first tenant was Josh, a ridiculously good-looking guy. The moment she saw him, she developed a massive crush. Unfortunately for her, Josh didn't seem to notice her at all. One day, the same creepy men who had harassed Emily before showed up outside her house. As Emily watered the plants in her garden, they started catcalling her again. Just then, Josh stormed out, punched them all senseless, and chased them away. Emily's heart skipped a beat. A knight in shining armor, she thought. Her feelings for Josh grew even stronger. Determined to win Josh, Emily devised a cunning plan. One evening, she approached him and said, "Josh, ever since you moved in, my loneliness has disappeared. You remind me so much of my late brother, and today is his birthday. Will you have dinner with me?" Josh, touched by her words, agreed. That night, Emily played her deadliest card. She got Josh extremely drunk. But she didn't stop there. She also flavored his food with her toxic fart gas. The combination of alcohol and Emily's nuclear fumes knocked Josh out cold. Taking advantage of this golden opportunity, Emily spends the whole night romancing with Josh. When he woke up the next morning, Emily smirked and told him, "You drank way too much last night and passed out. You probably don't remember anything." Josh, clueless about what had actually happened, believed her. A few days later, Josh's actual girlfriend came over. That night, Emily spied on them as they got cozy in Josh's room. Seeing them together made her blood boil with jealousy. The next day, Emily invited Josh's girlfriend to the terrace. And, just like before, she let out a catastrophic fart poo, so powerful that Josh's girlfriend was blown off the terrace and fell to her death. Josh was shattered. He couldn't bear to stay in the house anymore. "Josh, I can't live here," he told Emily. "This place took my girlfriend away from me." Emily tried to console him, but he refused to listen. That's when she pulled out her trump card, a secret recording from the night Josh was unconscious. Smiling wickedly, she whispered, "If you try to leave, I'll go to the police and tell them you forced yourself on me." Josh was horrified. He had no choice but to stay. A few months later, Emily forced Josh to marry her. He had no way out. 2 to 3 years passed. Over time, Emily started losing interest in Josh. He wasn't exciting anymore. She needed a new thrill. So one day, she took Josh to the terrace and unleashed her deadliest fart yet. Just like her husband and Josh's ex-girlfriend, Josh was blown off the terrace to his doom. Once again, Emily was alone. But instead of mourning, she simply put up a house for rent sign outside her home. Her next tenant? A charming young man named Mark. And thus the cycle continued. The end.